Hey guys, it's V with The Revolution Will Be Planned. Today I've decided to give myself a little trim, and I thought since I've been doing this for a while and a lot of people might be thinking about cutting their own hair at home, I'd make a short video about it. So as you can see here, I have a lot of split ends. I just got out of the shower and shampooed, but you can kind of see how my hair is already sort of broken off and fried at the ends, which is why I'm going to be giving myself a trim. My hair is really light because about 2 years ago I was all over blonde, also something that I did myself. So I've been doing my own hair for a little while now, and I'll put a picture of me with blonde hair from about 2 years ago here somewhere. And my hair is really straight naturally. I actually don't have very thick hair either. That is a stereotype about Asian hair. My hair is very thin, it's very straight, and it dries very quickly. I probably got out of the shower about 15 minutes ago and my hair is already 90% dry. So this is a good point to start cutting. So I am going to stop talking and I'm just going to do my hair and then do a voiceover.
Hey guys, it's voiceover. So, I thought maybe I should put a disclaimer here that I am not a hairstylist. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to cut and color hair and went through a whole phase of that. So that's how I've learned all of my hair cutting skills. I think something that's important about this is to not be afraid of mistakes. I went into coloring and cutting my own hair thinking I honestly don't care if I'm bald. So that's my relationship with my hair. So right now I am just cutting the front. So I usually do my natural part in the middle. So honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I don't do anything with my hair nowadays. I just let it dry how it dries, and I have a natural part in the middle. And so I'm just cutting the ends to kind of cut off the dead ends, as I mentioned in the beginning, and really just doing a blend cut to start. And I'm not cutting off too much right now. It doesn't seem like I'm cutting a lot right now, but eventually with layering and things like that, I'm gonna cut off more. So the hardest part about cutting your own hair is doing the back. I'll get to that later. What I'm attempting to do now, and I'm not sure if that's actually the result I got, is to cut the two parts on either side of the part to make sure that they're even on both sides. So I'm combing up, well, I was. Okay, keep running through, combing, making sure that they're straight. And now what I'm attempting to do is add layers. I always do this to my hair even though I have really thin hair. Having thin hair isn't the best hair texture for adding layers. It actually tends to make my hair look more thin. So I think next time I have to remember not to do this. I just watched a video recently where the person added layers and I'm just following what they did. But when you're cutting layers in your hair, typically what you do is you elevate it out and you pull it out at a specific angle and cut a straight line at that angle. When it falls, the pieces on the top should be shorter than the pieces on the bottom, and that's how hair layers are created. So at this point, trying to do the back was a bit of a puzzle for me. Now I'm attempting to point cut and add a little bit of texture so that it doesn't look too blunt and straight. Actually ended up probably cutting too much. You can see I cut a chunk out of the back, and then just going in and kind of trying to feather it out. Alright, so I'm attempting this thing again, trying to make both of the sides even, especially in the back, because it's where the left and right sides of my head connect. Ooh, look at that. All those pieces. So I would say this process is just a back and forth of making a blunt cut and then feathering it out and then making sure that it's even and all the hair is relatively the same length. So one way to look at the back of your head is by using a handheld mirror. It actually looks pretty good on camera. I did not see it that way when I was doing it. Realizing the back of my hair is a bit longer than I would like it, so I'm trying to thin it out without making it look super uneven. And really what is typical of a bob like mine is that the hair in the back is shorter, but I do want it to be long enough for me to put up into a ponytail. So that's why I'm keeping a little bit of the length. Trying to get the back pieces and not cut too much again. And what I'm doing here is a technique that people use to create an A-line bob. So tie your hair in a low ponytail and then basically just cut off the ponytail. I'm not cutting off the ponytail, I'm just kind of trimming the edges so that they're blunt when they're tied in the back, so it creates more of an A-line bob shape. Alright, now what I'm doing is going through and making sure that I get most of the split ends. These split ends go further up the hair shaft than just the ends. So this technique is called dusting. What you basically do is you twist a section of your hair, and any of the hair that sticks out and kind of doesn't lay flat, those are split ends, and so just cut those off. It doesn't make your hair look shorter because you're cutting off single hair strands. You're not cutting off the volume that you usually cut off, just cutting the whole section. So it doesn't lose any length. And this is another technique that you can use to cut the split ends. So you can basically fold the hair, and same as with the twisting, cut off the pieces that stick out. The day after I filmed this video, I realized I did not cut off enough of the split ends, so I actually went through again and did another pass through and cut off more split ends, because that was really my goal in doing this haircut. Again, making sure that both of the sides are even. This is really important so that one side is not shorter than the other. And the thing about the hair on your head is that it doesn't grow at the same rate. So after you cut your hair, after a few weeks pass, the sides will be uneven because your hair tends to grow at different rates. The other thing about my hair is that I feel like I have like a bald spot on my right side of my head, so it always seems thinner, less full on my right side, and I feel it kind of above my ear. So my hair never looks even. And then what I'm doing now is parting it on either sides in case I want to do a side part, and making sure that they look blended, which I rarely do. And once again, really trying to get the back to be a little bit shorter, so I put half of my hair up to be able to clearly see what is going on in the back. Okay, and this is what the final haircut looks like. And this is how much hair I ended up cutting off. Just to remind you what my hair looked like before, this is what it was, and this is what it looks like after. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful or at least entertaining. Bye!